Okay, so now you're on to video number 3. And in this one, we're going to be looking at example number 1, finding the slope of a line. Now, in this example, you will be given 2 graphs. You have to describe the slope of the line as whether it's positive or negative and find the slope. If you have noticed, it's just like the very first video where we had Jackie problem. We had point A and point B, and remember we had to describe the direction that Jackie goes in. And this is just like that problem, where in this one it's easier because they tell us the directions, they tell us the rise and the run. So again, slope formula is always rise over run. Rise could be you're going to be going up or down, and the run you could be going to the right or to the left. When you're going up, it's positive, and also when you're going to the right, it's positive, but when you're going down, it's negative, and you're moving to the left, it's also negatives. So keep that in mind. Rise is when you go up or down, run is when you go to the right or left. So let's look at the first example. In this example, if you follow the arrow, it's starting at -3, -1, and it's going across 6 units, so it's going to the right 6 and 5 up. Now if you think about the Jackie example, we could have gone first 5 up and then 6 to the right. And it doesn't matter whether you go horizontal first or vertical first. But when you write the slope, it's always vertical on the top, which is the rise, and horizontal on the bottom, which is the run. And in this, vertical is always 5. Going up is 5. And horizontal, you went to the right 6, to the right 6. So your denominator, the run, will be 6. And if you put that in the fraction form of rise over run, your slope will be 5 over 6. And that's it. Remember I told you, slope is always in fraction form, and for this one, 5 over 6 is perfect. Now look at the next example. Actually, before we move on to the next example, we need to describe the slope of the line. And since this line is going from up from left to right, and notice I have put this picture up here for you to see in case you don't remember. If the line is going from left to right, then it's positive. What's happening to this? So just by looking at the graph, you know that this is a positive. And if you look at your slope answer, it's positive 5 over 6. So your graph is telling you that the slope should be positive, and it is positive. So that way you can check your answer. Okay? And I'm going to say this one, the slope is positive. Good. Now, the next graph, let's start with the direction. This one is going down from left to right. So we know that our slope should be negative. And whatever value we get for the slope, we should get a negative value. Now to find the slope, if you want to pause the video, you can and try it on your own. You can definitely go for it. And maybe you can come back to the video to check your work. And then I'm going to remind you, just like Jackie example, they went to the right and then down. But you could have also gone down and to the right. Either way, you will still end up with the slope that's same as if you go to the right and down. So Again, let's try this. Slope is always rise over run. And in this example, here you have gone down 3, so that's -3. And you have gone to the right 2. So that's +2. And there you have it. Your slope is just -3 because you went down 3 as a vertical change, and you have +2 because you went to the right 2 as a horizontal change. And we said our slope should be negative because it's going down from left to right. And if you look at your slope number answer, that is also negative. So the answer is probably correct. Okay, a couple things I want to make note of is that you never want to make your slope decimal. Don't ever make your slope a decimal. You always want to have it in slope, in fractions or whole numbers. Never slope. I'm sorry, never decimal. Never decimal. Sometimes people write it as a decimal, like -3/2, that's -1.5, right? But this is very, very rare. When you're graphing, which is what we concentrate on in 8th grade, you're going to want a fraction. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so this is the end of this video. I'm going to practice a couple different types of line in the next video, so I will see you there.